So for this project, we're going to be creating these animals, and I think the best way for you to do that is to start in your sketchbook. I don't want you to be intimidated about whether you are good at drawing or drawing animals in particular. That's not really what this assignment's about. We're going to be creating these graphic abstractions in a way, these graphic illustrations of animals, and then adding textures and things to them. So it's not important that you be able to replicate an animal like, say, a crocodile or something exactly like you might see in an Audubon book or something to that sort. So to do that, I think what you want to do is start in your sketchbook and really start about constructing these things from basic shapes. Now, I don't have a reference material of a crocodile that would be helpful. I would certainly get that if you can, because then you can start to analyze the forms. But I'm just going to kind of work freehand here out of that. So again, let's just start with some basic shapes. Perhaps what we would do is start with a long rectangle or long triangle, long thin triangle, and maybe another long thin triangle, right? And then perhaps we're going to add an oval, maybe a couple more ovals for where the eyes would be. You can kind of start to see this starting to take shape. I mean, right now it could be a long-billed bird or something like that. But let's go ahead and add some triangles for the teeth. I'll give a bottom row here. And these are really simple shapes to create in Illustrator, so that makes it really handy. Maybe a couple more ovals for nostrils here at the top. Maybe we can start to refine this a little bit, right? Perhaps our crocodile now has a long body that is attached. Maybe a tail. We'll start to think about what the tail would do. Right? Maybe we'll put some more ovals along the ridge here of the back, because then we can start to refine that, think about how we would use those to create the curve of those ridges. And so you can start to see this thing starting to take shape here. Perhaps we go ahead and take that oval there and increase it and bring it out as a jawline, and we round these areas off some. And we've got the beginning of our crocodile. And this is really just something built out of very simple shapes. So don't be intimidated by trying to draw the perfect crocodile. We're looking at a stylized version. This is, in a sense, this is how many cartoon animals are created. Even in some basic drawing classes, you'll learn to build the structure of the animal or the person initially out of very basic shape. And so that's what I'm looking for you to do here with this. Build these in your sketchbook, work on lots of different ones, try some animals, some birds, maybe a reptile or two, amphibians. You could go with some frogs and really kind of look at how the animals look in your references and try to break them down visually into really basic shapes and then recreate those in your sketchbook. Then we'll take those sketches into Illustrator, build it out of some of these really basic shapes, and then we'll add some texture and color and other things there.